walk through museum collections, I see all the things that aren't there. If I walk through the American Wing, what I see is a dearth of Black women. And I think that that kind of erasure is one that I'm interested in contradicting. It's difficult because it's hard to counteract alienation outside of the space in which you feel alienated. But I feel when I'm in the studio, if I come back to the question of my own life mattering, then I do feel a sense of power. Drawing used to be something that I used to locate myself in the world. It was a really fast way to say, I don't understand what I'm seeing or how I'm feeling, and the drawing was a way to kind of place myself. Now drawing is this counterbalance to the paintings in a way. There's something about the limitations of drawing that cannot be expressed in painting, which really excites me. I was looking at photographs of Breonna Taylor's home that were documented, like the gunshots, the measurements. And as I was scrolling through these images, I saw things that I recognized, things that I would have seen in my own apartment. I could almost conflate a time in my life materially to what I was seeing in hers. But I felt this sense of connection, not to her life, but by access. I'm not interested in the hierarchy that portraiture suggests. I'm interested in the codependency of humans existing in spaces along with other really important information. So it's like I'm interested in environment as much as the figures that sit within it. I think a feeling of power in the medium fluctuates. I just know that when I'm making images, I can force myself to see things I don't want to see or don't feel like I can deal with. I think I painted my first bouquet in like 2012 when I was in school. Someone had just given me some flowers and there's no expectation. It was like an entirely superficial moment. But what I found was that I didn't feel the need to make those paintings carry the weight of like the questions of what Blackness is or how do we evaluate life. The painting Say Her Name was kind of a turning point in terms of the way that I started to think about the decorative nature of the funerary bouquet and the decorative nature of painting. I was trying to reconcile this feeling of loss that I felt when Sandra Bland died. I wanted to come to terms with that loss through seeing the celebration of her life, like a sort of a final celebration, but I couldn't. What I've been really interested in is withholding, that I don't have access to interiority. I just have information and feeling and the ability to interpret. The eye is not satisfied with seeing articulates this relationship to belief. I think we have all watched plenty of footage that has been arbitrated over, that people argue that visual evidence isn't enough, that there's context and detail that somehow we're missing in the visual. And I'm interested in the kind of leaps of faith that we take when we look at pictures or paintings or video. I like that with painting you can create this other narrative which can overwrite the memories that you have. There's something really wonderful about the limitations of image making as it pertains to the subjectivity of humans.